Welcome to the Power Packed Podcast. Please be quiet and courteous and silence your cell phones now. Be sure to grab some snacks and concessions, located in the lobby. And now our feature presentation. Prepare for butter.
Time, wondering if maybe I'm losing my mind. Stepping out to the rising enemy, or maybe I'm going out to sea. Maybe you should know by now. When I get back, everything will be alright. Seems like I'm out to sea every single night. I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
Whoa, I don't mind, maybe you sink or swim. Whoa, I don't mind, maybe you sink or swim. Whoa, I don't mind, maybe you sink or swim. Whoa, I don't
I'd give up forever to touch you, Josh. 'Cause I know that you feel me somehow. Through the screen, you're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be. And I don't want to go home right now, even though I'm home recording a podcast. All I can taste is this moment. Tastes like guacamole, and all I can breathe is your life. What does that mean? And sooner or later, it's over. And I don't want to miss you tonight. It's afternoon where you are. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. I'm John. We're gonna do the whole song. Josh has a sore throat, he's sick. We're gonna save him a few minutes. Drink that sugar water and fight the tears that ain't coming. With a moment of truth in your lies. Josh never lies. When everything feels like the movies, Will Smith. Yeah, you bleed just to know you're alive, emo. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. Stand, echo, stand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. I need to learn this song on guitar. Is that a bridge? I don't know. We're bridging. No solos yet. Oh, here's one. Like 4-note solo. In my earphones. This sounds epic. On the podcast, it probably sounds crazy. This is a long solo of like long whole notes. The solo's dying down. I'm gonna bring it back up with some nice little acoustics. Just imagine the acoustics right here. This is gonna sound whack, just vocals. It's gonna sound whack, but that's okay with a Power Whack podcast. Podcast featuring two dudes. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they understand. They just don't get it. When everything's made to be broken like the wishbone on a turkey, I just want you to know who I am. I just want you to know I am. Yeah, Penn and Teller. We are the Power Pack Podcast. Podcast featuring two dudes and one friendship.
Oh, that was one of the best things, to just sit and listen to that for like 3 minutes or whatever it was. Just beautiful. I wish, these are times where I wish this stuff was playing on my speakers so anybody near me could just hear you just doing that. And oh, that's...
Your wife walks in. What is happening? It's the podcast.
My favorite part was the guitar solo is great, but the end part where you went with like the Penn and Teller. It just like, or there's one where you're like, just like, oh, that's beautiful. That's art, honestly, 110%. Just
And the Goo Goo Dolls, like, they make good music. I'm not gonna lie. I like me some Goo Goo Dolls.
me too.
The name Goo Goo Dolls, that seems like a name, like a local band that never made it, but they did make it.
They made it
That's
big.
kinda
Yeah,
weird.
it's cool.
Yeah. We're the Goo Goo Dolls. It's like their first show. People are like, what the heck?
They're like,
Goo
this
Goo
is
Dolls?
weird. Yeah, why are you called the Google? I don't know if I'm
Is it
gonna
the
like
Google
this.
Dolls? What is this?
Google. I'm gonna Google the dolls. Google dolls.
I'm going to Google the Goo Goo. See what up is the Goo Goo Dolls on Google.
I bet some somebody likes the Goo Goo Dolls would tell like the younger generation, like, oh, I'm gonna go to a Goo Goo Dolls concert this weekend. They're gonna be like, what's the Google Dolls?
What's the Goku Dolls, dude?
The Goku Dolls. Yo, what's up? We're the Goku.
What's up?
Dude,
I'm Goku, dude.
dude, that should be our Goo Goo Dolls cover band name is the Goku Dolls, but we dress up like Goku.
And we just go Super Saiyan. It's all metal.
Yeah. Dude, I want to make a metal project that's just where we write songs about. I was thinking what would be cool is I want to do like a punk. I think it'd be more fun like either a thrasher metal or like a hardcore punk. And the songs are like maybe 30 to 60 seconds long. And
I'm not going to say minutes.
Oh, no. Seconds. Yeah. So super, super quick. But I think it'd be fun to summarize each Harry Potter book in a song, but over like metal. So you have to come up with what happens through the whole thing and then just make that, what is that? There's 7? Is there 7 books?
7 books, 8 movies. Plus the crap Fantastical Beast or whatever, which we don't talk about.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Fantastical Disappointment.
It's funny, they're basically equivalent. So I almost wonder, I have this like thing with prequels. So for instance, right now, people hate the Fantastic Beast movies. They're like, this is just garbage. It's prequel, crap. And people have the same thing with Star Wars. But I feel like
I don't care that Harry Potter's a prequel.
Yeah.
Like, anyways, so yeah, finish your thought.
Oh,
sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts on this too. And that's why I wanted you to chime in also with what your thoughts. But my thoughts, it's like, this is, it's essentially like a Harry Potter prequel. I mean, it's kind of its different thing. I don't know. It's got Dumbledore or whatever. But so right now, we don't like, nobody likes the movies. And, but it was, everyone had the same thoughts with the prequels for Star Wars when they came out. People were like, oh, this is trash and whatnot. But then they came out with the new Star Wars movies and people are like, whoa, these are really trash. And the prequels are actually pretty good. And I fall into that category too. I went back and watched the prequels and I was like, these are really good actually. And so I wonder if we'll get that with the Harry Potter movies, but probably not because the movies are kind of not good. So.
Well, my problem is like, it's kind of like modern metal. It's what they use like the same amp, like the pod, the Line 6 pod or whatever. And they use like the same just 7-string guitar, the same breakdown rhythms. Modern metal. It's like, great, cool, interesting. Harry Potter Fantastic Beasts just feels like a modern movie where they just, I don't know, I'm not attached to any of the characters. I mean, I like the, not the main one, but the the guy I'm talking about, he was in Balls of Fury. I don't know his name.
Oh, yep, the guy who's the what's it, Jacob, the guy who's the pastry chef.
Yeah, he's the only guy I really like. Was like, okay, I like this character, but all the other ones, just the main character I thought was just not doing it for me. The villain was just kind of bland, and I don't know. I just felt like a modern movie where they're like, okay, we need all these elements, we'll squish it together and we'll sell it. It's like, this is why I don't see movies anymore. But I will say, I saw the new Batman, and that movie, I don't like superhero movies anymore because they kind of like have this cookie cutter thing, which I know not everyone thinks that way. I know I'm kind of like the outlier of this, but there's like a cookie cutter kind of feel to these Marvel movies. So I never got into them. But like I watched the new Batman and I was like, oh my gosh, this felt like a movie for the first time in a long time. It felt like an actual movie. It wasn't just like the same old regurgitated stuff.
That's what people are telling me. And that's cool you say that. I've had literally multiple people, and I rarely hear this nowadays where people are like, you need to go see this movie. People are like, this is the first movie I've heard about in a while where I've had people unsolicited that I know being like, you need to see the new Batman movie. It is so good. I haven't seen it yet, but I definitely want to, especially if I hear you like it, then it's got to be good. I'm definitely going to watch it.
Yeah, it was just like, there was definitely some kind of like, you can't escape the cheesiness of a guy in a bat costume. Like, that's just inevitable. But if you can like put that aside, the movie was like, I thought he did a good job. Robert Batman. I thought he was like, oh, wow. Yeah, and the true testament is Charlene, the wife, because she's always like, oh, we're going to watch this. He's a Twilight guy. He's a Twilight guy. I can't stop seeing him as a Twilight guy. Like, that was her mindset going into it. But after she watched it, her response was, wow, he did a good job. I was like, oh, that's a compliment coming from you. So
that's the golden review right there. That's the gold standard. Just like if she thought it was good. And yeah, I think a lot of people thought that, like, oh, it's the Twilight guy. And I mean, he's a good actor though. He was good in the movies I've seen him in. And it sounds like the movie was just like, everybody keeps saying, I think it's 3 hours long, but everyone keeps saying that it's like paced really well. So it's like, you like enjoy the fact that it's 3 hours long.
Yeah. Like it's not something that like drags on. Well, okay, it depends on if you're one of those people with ADD and need action 24/7, then it might drag on. But if you're like a person that kind of likes seeing the story unfold and like, I don't know, the characters and all that, then I mean, I will admit there were a few cheesy moments in there. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but the love interest didn't convince me. I was like, I don't believe Batman would have the hots for this chick. Just the way they portrayed it in the movie just seems kind of forced. But that's the only complaint I kind of have. But that's like mild. But the whole movie was great.
Nice. I gotta see it. I'm gonna make it. I've been telling everybody this that I've talked to, and it's funny because I legit want to go watch it. I've been like, okay, I'm gonna buy tickets. The other day I went to buy tickets, and then I got distracted, and then I started doing something else, and it's just it's the nature of the beast. But yeah, I will make sure, because I know everybody knows that listens to this podcast that there is a running list of movies I need to watch, and
yes,
but Batman is definitely at the top because it's like I actually legit would really want to watch it, so I will make sure to watch that. And good segue too, because I just want to make sure I address this. There's two Ask JJ Freshes, and the one I wanted to address was from Crumb. She said, Josh, have you seen The Big Green? If not, you should add it to your movie list. So, Crumb, I have seen The Big Green, and I don't know if anyone knows this, but I grew up, my brothers and I, we all grew up playing soccer, and we played soccer like our entire lives. And if we're talking about the same movie, that's a movie where they play soccer. So I've seen it and I like it. I haven't seen it in a while. I want to add to my list. I want to rewatch The Goonies and Big Green and maybe The Mighty Ducks, whatever the one is with the hockey movie, and Sandlot. Sandlot's a good one too.
Those are all classics. Have you made any sort of progress on your movie list?
I have not. I will. I have.
It'll be done when the album's done.
Yeah. Oh, perfect segue, man! You're just segueing away. So, Crumb's other Ask JJ Fresh. Bro. You're just like George Bush just segueing.
Did he fall off a Segway?
Oh, he did. I think he did. He's probably drunk, or he like ate too much barbecue. He was like, "Oh, George W. Bush, what a funny."
I'll try anything once.
Yeah, what a funny guy. Yeah, but yeah. So another Ask JJ Fresh is Crumb said today at 3:30, right when I was trying to log in. She said, "Is there a new estimated release for Burgers on the Beach?"
Christmas.
Christmas. That's the answer. Honestly, that's another one of our amazing jokes. Is just say the album will be done on Christmas, and it never will. I think this year is the year, though. Honestly, I'm gonna have a little bit more free time. I'm gonna, honestly, if you just drop them vocals for Il Top 9, I think that's the only one that has vocals. I'll mix everything and send it over and master it, and we'll just call it good.
Okay, I just need to find a day where I can get in that mindset and bust it out.
Yeah, I know before you would have you'd have some encouragement through certain outlets. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, maybe when you're rapping about butter and popcorn in your movie theater experience alone in your bedroom, you kind of feel weird. So you need something to take the edge off.
Yeah, I mean, I relate to just more of like feeling weird. So it's like that bit of like for me when I think that happened once where I was singing. I was recording the hook of one of the songs, and it was like, of course, a ridiculous one. And I'm pretty sure Andrea heard me singing in the other room, and she's like, "What are you singing?"
Don't worry about it.
It's JJ Fresh. John and I are working on these songs, and then she's like, she usually thinks it's really funny though, like the, because I think
like it's still surreal that she did the Shaquille O'Neal. Why did you have to take my waffles?
The waffle song, I forgot.
That was an out-of-body experience for sure.
Oh my god! When I sent that to you, and I was like, "Oh my!" At the time, girlfriend agreed to sing the chorus of this song, and you're like, "What is even happening right now?" She's a trooper. She's amazing. I'm really happy that she supports and puts up with the we both have very nice wives for sure. But yeah, the Waffle Shack one was. I need to find that. That is probably one of the craziest JJ Fresh songs we've ever made. It's like really, really like hardcore rap, and then it goes into this like really light pop like chorus, and the tone shifts are just so jarring. It's just wonderful, honestly.
I don't think it's on our Bandcamp. I'm looking at it. I don't think it is, but if you could find it, it's probably on my other hard drive. I just don't know how to plug it in.
Well, I have enough JJ Fresh songs where we could have not only the Burger on the Beach, but like a B-side record too. Mm-hmm. I have like, there's the Kyle McCracken rap one that has like the just the MC Dirty Bird one, and then I have
that one's on Bandcamp for sure.
Yeah, that one's definitely on Bandcamp. And then we have the Waffle Shack. We have all of the songs we've done from the podcast. So I think that's my second. I want to get the Burger on the Beach one done first because I actually really am excited about this album, and I think the songs are like good. And but when I have time after that, I'll get together all of the scraps and all of the stragglers, and then I'll make another album out of that, and we'll have two albums just right then and there.
JJ Fresh Scraps, Rat Food. Love it.
Rat Food. That should be the name of the record, Rat Food, the second one.
It's like Shack Fu, but different.
Shack Fu.
Rat Food.
Rat Food. That's beautiful, honestly. But yeah, to answer Crumb's question though, Christmas, but we might get it done before Christmas if we get everything lined up. I felt I was really motivated for a while. I got half the songs mixed and I sent them over to John. And then I was like, and then I lost motivation and I didn't mix the rest of them. But
well, we got some done.
Yeah.
And I got another email from Crumbs, and I posted the link in our Discord.
Ooh, let me snag that. Let me snag that real quick. So
it's under podcast content. Click that little link above. Headline: Aaron Carter gets a giant butterfly face tattoo in honor of his late sister.
I saw this.
To make her proud.
So
it's huge,
dude. That is a wild. That is a
wild tattoo.
That's a big one for sure. Yeah, and because he already has like quite a few face tattoos, but yeah, that's a big one. That's real bright too. So I wonder if because face tattoos are like super interesting. Just the concept of them, it's you really, when you reach the point of no return of face tattoos, that's you're committed. So
Yeah, it's like that's what people, that I don't know. It's like that's your face, like, oh, I recognize. Oh wait, who's that? Like you look at a high school yearbook. Oh my gosh, his face is so plain, and then you look at it now. It's like, oh my gosh, it looks like a coloring book.
yeah.
And it doesn't go
Yeah.
away. Like that's
Yeah.
forever.
Well, my philosophy, how there's the, like when people who have a bunch of tattoos go to family events, they have their grandparents be like, oh, those are, those aren't permanent, or, those are, well, they are permanent. And it's like, you can't just, or what's the meaning behind these ones? So you have to put up with that. Like Aaron Carter, when he goes to family events, he has to put up with his grandma being like, Aaron, why do you have all those face tattoos? And then he probably proceeds to say something really, really frantic and sort of disjointed and delusional.
And you know what? You know what would drive me absolutely crazy? Like if I have something like, I don't know, like a blemish on my head or something, and the wife will look at it, and I'll know she's looking at it, and I'll say, "What are you looking at?" Like nothing. Like, oh, you looking at my imperfections? And so like, I can't imagine having a face tattoo on my head and then just buying like a soda at a 7-Eleven, and the checker is just like, her eyes keep glancing up at this giant butterfly on my head. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's what you ask for, I guess, when you get these. Like, people are going to look. What would your
They're
face
gonna look.
tattoo be? You get one
Mine?
face tattoo, what would it be? Yeah.
Probably be, some reason, this is not what I want to get, but I thought of how funny it'd be to get your current face, like the outline of your current face tattooed on your face, so that when you get older, you'll always look like your young self, but it's like eventually it kind of like gets wrinkled and stretches a little bit and then looks really
Interesting.
scary. Yeah, so you get your full face outlined, so all the outlines you get there, so your face always looks the same, but then I'm not going to get this done. I was just I was thinking of that concept as we were talking about that. I don't know. I do like the Post Malone one that's under his eye and it says always tired. Like, I feel like that's pretty relatable, just being an adult. It's like, oh, I wake up, I'm tired. After I'm done drinking coffee, I'm tired. It's just, so.
That's just life. That's
Just life. Honestly, that's life, and, but yeah, what would your face tattoo be if you could have one?
So mine's multifaceted. So I would tattoo my eyes red, completely red. And then my eyes would be the meatballs. And I would tattoo a plate so it looks like my eyes are on a plate. So like maybe below my nose, the plate would go around, maybe at the top of my eyebrows. So it'd be a full on plate. So when I'd open my eyes, it's the meatballs on a plate. And then I would grow my hair out long and bleach it. And then I would throw it in front of my face, and that's the spaghetti. And people be like, "What's your tattoo?" And I'll go, "Nom nom 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 nom." And I'll whip my hair back, and the spaghetti's gone, like I ate it, and it's just a plate. And I'll close my eyes, and on my eyelids will be the color of the plate, so it looks like I ate the meatballs and the spaghetti. And I'll be like,
That's great.
"It's a plate of spaghetti," and I will
then they call
ruin
it-
my body for the joke.
Yeah. The joke is great though. You could go and do like birthday parties and weddings. They're like, all right, our next guest. That's your bit. That's all it is people ask, what's your tattoo? And you're like, num, 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 num. And then you flip your hair back and you're like, a plate of spaghetti. And then they all clap and then you get like 50
Like,
bucks or
yeah.
whatever.
My
That's the
stage
best
name
part.
will be like, I don't know. What's another name besides Steve? Steve is too obvious. What's a
It'd be like
name that
Stefan.
starts on S? Stefan Spaghetti. That could work. Stewart Spaghetti's pretty good.
Oh.
And for an
Stewart Spaghetti.
encore, I'll just do the whole like rip off my thumb from my hand thing. Like just I don't have any other material planned. It's just mainly the spaghetti.
yeah.
act, but
You're like, really, the spaghetti thing is like what you make your living on, and everything else is just kind of a passion project,
yeah. For sure. Stewart Spaghetti. He's here. Just imagine this guy with like bright red tattooed eyes all over, completely bright. Not contacts. That's his eyes.
No.
He's rolling up. And maybe he's in like a chef costume to like sell the whole spaghetti thing.
Oh, that's horrifying. Dude, that's so scary.
He has this long, nasty blonde hair that he just whips in front of his face. He just goes, nom, 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 and whips his hair back and closes his eyes. All gone. And then that's it. That's the whole show.
They all clap and they pay him like, $100.
Like $800.
Yeah. Gets back in his Geo Metro and goes to his apartment where he can smoke cigarettes with the windows closed.
I got an appointment with Nick Jr. tomorrow. I got to wake up early.
Yeah. Oh, that's so disturbing. This guy. It's just somebody's reaching a real dark point in their life if they're doing that for sure.
It's like the people. There's like Laura sent a text of this guy who identifies as a dragon.
Oh,
so he like tattooed his skin to look like scales, and he's doing all these body mods like tongue split and all this stuff. Like, this guy just identifies as a chef cooking spaghetti. So that's his whole life now. So
yeah,
maybe instead of getting your tongue split into two, you get it split into like 100. So it's like little things of spaghetti. You're just like, whoa.
Oh, that's dude, that mental image is so gross. Just and it's just like a million little pieces of the that's really have the like how much money would you get, like the lowest amount of money get paid to have someone with a spaghetti tongue lick your eyeball?
To lick my eyeball?
Yeah.
No, at least $100.
You think 100 is the low point?
Because with 100 I could fill up my gas tank twice. So
that's true. You have to think. That's a real pragmatic solution of thinking of that. It's like, just you fill up your tank twice. So it's like you've made that's covered. I sorry, as I was like coming up with my thing, I like had the mental image of Stewart Spaghetti showing up to your house, and you're sitting in your chair, and he's like, "All right," and then he pays you the $100, and then he licks your eyeball.
Speaking of licking, Myrtle just licked the mic. I don't know if it's gonna pick up, but she's licking the mic and trying to climb up on me. What are you doing, dude? You're like 80 pounds.
Is your dog that big already?
Come here, you fat piece of lard. No, she's like, well, last time we weighed her, she was over 50. So,
whoa, that's a big dog already.
She's a chunko.
That's impressive. My dog, he fluctuates. He's probably, I want to say he's close to 60 pounds, but he's mainly like really skinny and tall.
He fluctuates. He goes from like 5 pounds to 50 just on any given day. Like shrinks and grows.
Yeah, shrinks and grows. It's super weird.
A sponge drying out. He just depends on the day.
Yeah.
Is this episode? Okay, wait. Where are we with our half rats? So I have the episode for tomorrow, right?
Yes. So you have 107, 108. Wait, let me check real quick. I'm gonna feel like a complete jerk.
So this is 109 and 110.
109, 110. Yeah. So wait, let me double check. So.
Did we do this is the Power Pack podcast, the podcast featuring Two Dudes One Friendship? I'm getting lost in all these half rats.
Let's
can't remember if we did it or not.
We could do it. No, we could. We did it last episode at the end, but we haven't done it for this one.
Okay, we got the Power Pack podcast featuring two dudes and one friendship and a dog on a boy's lap who's pushing the microphone away from my face.
Wow. Power Pack podcast is like, the bond that John and his dog have. I'm like John's dog, but I live a few thousand miles away, and I don't poop and pee on his lawn and eat dog food. So,
she ate a cattail yesterday.
She ate a cattail?
Yeah, and it has like the fluffies on it, and she was like hacking up all night last night. She was like, it's like,
aww,
dude, just
poor pup.
That's what you get for eating cattails and jumping in the pond when you're not supposed to.
I I've seen it was a TikTok or something a long time ago. Someone took a bite of a cattail and it just like expands.
Ew. Oh. Why would anyone do that?
I don't
been
know.
spraying poison on mine for like the last year. I'm trying to get rid of them.
The
Why would you
cattails,
eat
aren't
them?
they invasive? Yeah, I imagine. You'll have to send a picture of your pond. And that's such a funny
Dude,
thing.
I probably look like a crazy person because I was like, you know what I want for my birthday? I want a machete so I can go out there and slay me some cattails. And so she got me a machete. And like there's cars driving by and I'm just out there hacking these stupid things. Like, I want these gone. I want a good view from the kitchen. And like half of them are like hacked away and half of them are just like poisoned and dying.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I still haven't got rid of them, but I hate them.
It's your property and you do what you want. It's funny, man. We're on the same. I feel like we're doing similar things at the same time. I really wanted a machete recently as well to do some cleanup because we got property now. So I want to like, be able to clean up stuff and do a similar thing to you. So we got a machete and same thing. Yeah, I just went out there and I was just, swinging it around and, cutting some branches back. And I was cleaning up, making little trails, and I bent my machete really bad though, which is really sad.
Oh no!
Because I hit a rock. Yeah, I hit a rock when I was cleaning up. I was cutting some branches and stuff, and I hit a rock.
What kind did you get?
Yeah, I got a Gerber.
I did too. I got the Gerber machete. We're Gerber babies.
Dude, we're a couple Gerber babies. Do you want to? I don't know how the logistics of this, because I don't think I can fly in the airplane with the machete, but I really want to take some pictures of us with our machetes. It's kind of like a fun thing.
Well, maybe you can mail yours to me, and then we can tape them together and be like Darth Maul, except with machetes.
The Darth Maul. We could practice cutting some cattails and pretend that they're Qui-Gon or Anakin. Yeah,
die, Anakin, die.
Yeah, Anakin duck. I saw a
hate
meme.
Sand. Of course, it gets everywhere.
It's everywhere. I saw a meme though of it's that scene from Phantom Menace where he's like Anakin duck, but Anakin doesn't duck, and Darth Maul cuts his head off, and then it says end of the movie, and it says written by George Lucas. Very very dark. But yeah, what are we? We're probably. What are we at? 15,
I think
we're
we're there.
10 minutes. Are we done? Or I mean, I'm down to. We can wrap
I'm
up.
down for whatever. We can wrap up. She's on her way home, I think. So I gotta cook a pizza.
Oh, nice.
I don't eat pizza all the time. I feel like every time I'm podcasting, it's pizza. But this is my pizza day because I'm doing a podcast. I don't have much time to cook dinner, so I throw in a pizza. Like, it's not an everyday thing. I'm not chowing down on pizza.
That does. I thought of that too, where it's just like, all right, Monday pizza, Tuesday pizza, Wednesday. No, it's. I get that, man. Hey, nothing wrong with that. We have that too. Like everyone's like, certain days, it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna make a pizza, or we're gonna like get something out or whatever. Because same thing too. The other days of the week, we're cooking. We're cooking at home. We're making stuff. I know you guys are a couple of chefs yourself. You like cooking. But that is really funny. You're like, I'm gonna make a pizza real quick. I'm like, oh, you want another pizza?
It's like every Thursday I'm making a pizza. I mean, it is. Every Thursday I'm making a pizza. It's just our pizza day. Most people do pizza day Friday. Ours is Thursday, and you happen to hear about it almost every week. So you probably think I'm like 1,000 pounds eating pizza, but it's just one time. It's one time.
Oh man,
and I don't
it's
even eat all
good.
the slices. I have leftovers, so there you go.
Beautiful. You know what? Pizza day is good. I kind of in the mood for pizza as well. So maybe I'll get pizza. I don't know what we're making for dinner yet. We have to pack and do a bunch of stuff for the road trip tomorrow. But yeah, I'll probably eat something quick too. Might make some chicken. I don't know.
Some dry cereal.
Dry cereal. I'm gonna have a bowl of dry cereal and sit in the dark and eat it.
Yeah, honey, I made you some dinner. And you just like throw the box at her.
Yeah, be like, there you go, a nice bowl of. What's the worst cereal to eat without milk? Probably Captain Crunch, honestly.
Captain Crunch is up there. I feel like fruity cereal's not too bad, but Captain Crunch I think is definitely up there, especially with no crunch berries. Dude, I live for crunch berries, dog.
Dude, the crunch berries they're the jam, honestly.
Dude, all berries, that was my jam.
is the all berry cereals your jam? So that's your number one
But
jam.
when I was younger, that was my jam. When I'm older, I've learned to appreciate the crunchy parts, like the yellow pieces. So now that I'm older and I have more perspective on life, I'll go with the crunchy with the berries. But when I was younger, I was like, give me all them berries. I don't need those crunchies. But so you get older, things change.
Should we perfect thing attached to that? We haven't done a podcast poll in a while. I want to do a podcast poll and ask people their opinion on if Captain Crunch actually cuts the roof of their mouth or not. I'm kind of curious to hear people's feedback.
Let me pull up our polls. And then also we can give the I don't think we've given out the oh my gosh, I'm so distracted because our JJ Fresh Food Review started playing. We haven't given out the results of last poll, so.
Oh, let's do it, yeah.
I don't think so, anyways.
Yeah. Do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Podcast, let's see, videos, playlist. JJ Fresh, oh, hold on. What am I doing? Switch account. What do I need? JJ Fresh. Community. Okay. Our last poll was which is better, Quiznos or Subway? I voted Quiznos. You voted Quiznos, right? Or did you do Subway?
I was Quiznos. I was Quiznos all day.
We're in the 8%. 93% want Subway.
Whoa.
93.
Who are these people?
I'm going to go 93% of you are wrong.
Yeah, you should write that in the comment. Dude, so thank you. I feel seen. I'm glad you agree that Quiznos is better objectively. And man, Subway just makes me feel gross when I eat it. I sound like an old man, but it's just gross to me.
Dude, that Black Angus back in 2005 and 6. Dude. Oh my gosh, give me that Black Angus all day. Freaking the chicken carbonara. Like, oh my goodness. Toasted, heated. You can't go wrong with the Black Angus or the chicken carbonara.
I got to go get that. There's a historically, there were no Quiznos near us for a while down in like the Portland area. I could not find a Quiznos anywhere. And now there's one like 5 minutes from my house. So I've been hitting up that Quiznos.
Dude, let me look up Quiznos near me. Quiznos near me. Store locator.
Yeah, do you got any Quiznos near you?
Really? Illinois? Oh my goodness. What happened to Quiznos? It's so scarce.
Oh no, You ain't got no Quiznos. You got to come out here and eat some Quiznos.
Oh gosh. There's one in northeast St. Louis in Illinois. And I ain't going to East St. Louis.
Whoa, yeah. Sounds like
I'm staying away from there. But if I drive 4 hours left, there's one in Kansas City.
Ooh, you could go to Kansas City. That's not too bad.
Anyway, what do you want this poll to be about?
Oh, I feel like now I feel bad because I was going to ask if people think Captain Crunch really cuts up the roof of their mouth, but I think just a happier thing is just saying, what's your favorite part of Captain Crunch? And you can say the yellow bits, the berry bits, or both. I just think that's a little bit happier.
What is your favorite part of Captain Crunch? We had 40 votes on our last poll, so that's pretty good. I think that's
40.
Our most.
Whoa, that's
40.
People got engaged.
We had one that was 44. Wow, look at some of these. We had 9 on how should pork and bean coffee be made. Strain the bean juice into a Keurig and brew coffee with the juice. Grind the pork and beans and make coffee in a French press. 9 votes for that one, so no one cared.
No one liked that. They were like, that's gross. I thought there was one that had a bunch of people on it.
I bet I'd get a lot if I put Will Smith or Chris Rock, but that's too soon. Too soon. Yeah. Everyone's talking about it. I don't care about any of that stuff. So
yeah. So
that's your favorite part of Captain.
It's better to just talk about Captain Crunch, honestly. Nice and neutral.
Yeah. Nice and neutral crunch. Berries or yellow part is what I put.
Berries or yellow part. The yellow part makes it sound so unappetizing. Just the yellow part, it's like just eat around the skin,
Yeah, I'm gonna vote And I'm choosing yellow part because, it's the famous Josh Karsh line. It's the bass. And
But
it's just, it accentuates the berries. It's a codependent relationship. They need each other.
They really do. I agree. I'll go vote, but I agree. I don't know how to describe it, but the taste of the yellow parts is very specific, and I think it's very like artificial for sure. But there's something I can't describe what flavor it even is. It just tastes like the yellow parts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you.
It's like I can't even describe it. Is it like it's kind of bothering me now. I need to go get some Captain Crunch because like it's not. You know
it's
how
like, it's like a toasted sugar taste or something. And there's something. It's not like peanut butter. They have peanut butter crunch for that. It's not like plain vanilla. It's like it's just a distinct.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get what you're throwing down, and
Thank you.
I'm rolling around.
Thank
in
you.
it, so.
Rolling around like a couple pigs in mud. No, I appreciate that, and yeah, that's how I feel. You know, it's not definitive what the taste is, but I might go and pick up a bag of Captain Crunch, just munch on some, and I'll let you know what I think the closest thing it tastes like. I think it's just Captain Crunch though, honestly.
Yeah, maybe if it was like the taste you could see, it would reveal more of what it is,
But that
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen.
Maybe it's like what you can see is, in Hercules, the cartoon, when the witches are like cutting the strings and the souls are circling in the pit or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe that's Captain Crunch. It's just a bunch of dead souls. And that's why you can't describe what it tastes like.
Yeah. Because you're like, this tastes familiar. It's like, oh.
Tastes familiar. You work in a 9 to 5. And it's just a montage of just being bored out of your life. It's like the taste you can see, Captain Crunch. Souls.
Captain Souls.
Dead souls.
Well, I
Anyway.
bet you got to go make a pizza because it's Pizza Thursday, so I don't want to keep you too long. But I just want to thank everybody for listening, and hope you all have a real nice week.
Thank you for tuning into our regularly scheduled program. Contact Josh and Jonathan at powerpackedpodcast@gmail.com. Support the show at patreon.com/powerpacked. See you next time, you dirty little rat babies.